Starbucks sold its crown jewel in China. Coca-Cola let artificial intelligence rewrite its story. Pizza Hut is on the auction block. And Miss Universe, the global pageant empire, is fighting to keep its credibility. Different industries, one lesson. Legacy doesn't guarantee longevity, adaptation does. Welcome to the DR Weekly Wrap, where brands, leadership and strategy meet in motion. I'm Kia, and today we're unpacking how 4 household names hit the same wall and how smart strategy turns chaos into clarity. Starbucks is selling a 60% controlling stake in its China retail business to Boyu Capital in a deal around $4 billion, shifting from owner-operator to joint venture licensor while keeping brand and IP control with a 40% stake. Shock headline? Sure. But strategically, this is fuel. A locally led, faster China and royalty economics back in Seattle. Context operators care about. China coffee is expanding, but price elasticity and speed now decide the game. Domestic rivals weaponized mini-program ordering, deep discounting and rollout velocity. Lucan surged past 18,000 outlets, doubling in under 2 years. Starbucks China's same-store growth slid to under 3% last quarter, its weakest since 2020. This isn't retreat, it's recognition. When localization outpaces legacy, owning less can earn more. Governance gets local, decision loops shrink, and capital rotates from capex to royalties. McDonald's and others wrote this playbook. Own the story, not the store. Risks: premium erosion in a discount culture, experience variance at scale, data separation across JV boundaries. The counter: price band guardrails, reserve-led rituals, NPS-linked incentives baked into contracts, and first-party data that stays portable and privacy clean. Foreign brands in Asia no longer win with presence, they win with partnership. A control sale is smart if it trades ownership for optionality and speed. Use the JV to tier formats, micro kiosks for commuter price points, experiential reserve to preserve margin and meaning. Permit T-forward SKUs and savory pairings inside a global master brand system. Signal premium with time, not just price. Limited rituals aligned to Chinese cultural beats. Brand equity scales faster when you own the story, not the store. Starbucks traded ownership for structural agility, the higher ROI asset in today's China. Coca-Cola's Create Real Magic invited creators into a brand-safe GenAI playground built with OpenAI and Bain to remix century-old iconography. The result wasn't just an AI film, it was a scalable creative ops capability. Why it worked? AI as augmentation, not automation, with human curation. Coke constrained inputs to a controlled data sandbox, ribbons, type, Santa, and covered outputs via brand review. Participation economics did the rest. 1.2 million submissions in 10 days. Social engagements up 40% year over year without more paid media. Then they institutionalized it, an internal AI studio to train marketers and agencies. Model policy beats model hype. The brand built rails, provenance, approvals, disclosures, a charter that lets creativity scale without bleeding trust. What to steal for your roadmap? Draft a brand model charter. Keep human in the loop QA and measure what matters. Concept cycle time, hit rate by audience, triple MGO test uplift. Hard parts, IP ambiguity, solved with owned assets pools and provenance logs. Bias risk, managed via banned terms. Red team reviews. Change management, marketers trained as AI art directors, not prompt tourists. GenAI stops being a stunt when it becomes a repeatable creative operation with brand-safe inputs and accountable outputs. Coke's template is the benchmark. Closed asset pool and human curation and visible creator uplift. Innovation adds value when it amplifies what makes you timeless, not when it automates for novelty. GenAI that ships value equals rails and reps and respect for brand grammar. Coke made AI a multiplier, not a threat. Yum Brands is reviewing strategic options for Pizza Hut, up to and including a sale. Leadership is testing whether Hut creates more value inside or outside the portfolio after years of lag versus digital native competitors. What changed? The two-speed split hardened. Consumers flocked to ultra-convenient app-led delivery or high-touch premium fast casual. The middle, mid-tempo dining collapsed. Digital became the moat. Reorder rituals, tracker UX, late-night credibility. Meanwhile, legacy dine-in formats carry heavier lease and labor loads. Unit economics drift without format conversion, menu simplification, and ops automation. A buyer has to believe Pizza Hut can flip from restaurants to a network, stores as logistics nodes with variable kitchen capacity, algorithmic dispatch, and dynamic delivery zones. The playbook? Build a personalization engine so the app becomes a taste memory. Predictive bundles by week part, weather, household size. Reboot brand edge in a lane Domino's won't. Family sharing value that feels premium. Chef-led limited runs. Creator collabs that travel on social. For Yum, either crystallize value via sale or JV and redeploy capital, or ring-fence a focused turnaround with separate P&L guardrails and multi-year capex for format flips. No media plan fixes a slow funnel. Transformation starts with tech, not toppings. You're building a precision delivery platform with a culture story, not a nostalgia restaurant. 90-day operator checklist. Freeze non-productive SKUs. Redesign make lines around the 80% order core. Pilot delivery-only micro kitchens in dense zones and measure cost to serve delta. Rebuild the reorder ritual. 3-tap repeats. SMS habit pings, and perks that reward frequency over coupons. Escape the middle or be sold by it. Pizza Hut wins by becoming a high-precision delivery network with a modern UX, not by polishing memories. The 2025 pageant week in Thailand ignited a crisis. Contestants staged a walkout after a senior official publicly berated Miss Mexico on a live stream. The clip went viral, forcing apologies, leadership interventions, and schedule turbulence. Layer that onto JKM Global's court-supervised business rehabilitation, widely read as bankruptcy, plus fresh probes tied to alleged illegal gambling promotion around sponsor activations, and you have a brand where the runway is reputation. This is bigger than a viral clip. The brand's narrative, empowerment, inclusion, entrepreneurship, outran its operating system. Franchise dynamics, sponsor dependencies, and event week deliverables still resemble an older era, when governance slides promise every misstep reads as hypocrisy, and sponsors recalibrate risk in real time. A credible turnaround requires structure, not slogans. Step 1. An independent ethics and safety office with published protocols for contestant welfare, sponsor obligations, and dispute resolution with enforcement teeth. Step 2. Transparency on the commercial stack, clear rules for sponsor integrations, no gambling grey zones, deliverable boundaries, and contestant consent baked into contracts, not hallway briefings. Step 3. A crisis cadence, 24, 48, 72-hour playbooks with independent investigations and disclosed outcomes. Step 4. Evolve from event to platform, year-round programming, STEM grants, entrepreneurship funds, media training with public KPIs, so empowerment is evidenced, not asserted. Reputation repair isn't cosmetic, it's systemic. In modern sponsorships, governance equals glamour. Expect CMOs to demand brand safety certs, ESG alignment, participant protection warranties, and live ops monitoring. Pageants can still be efficient reach buyers if the rules are real, published, and enforced. If Miss Universe pivots from personality-centric to standard-centric management, it can preserve cultural relevance. If not, decentralized creative platforms will siphon talent and advertisers. The crown isn't credibility. Process is. Rebuild the rules, publish the receipts, and sponsors and audiences will return. This week proved the line between crisis and breakthrough is clarity. Starbucks localized speed and kept global discipline. Coke built rails so AI could scale without spilling. Pizza Hut confronted the death of the middle and the need to become a network. Miss Universe learned empowerment collapses without evidence. The winners weren't the loudest, they were the clearest, because clarity cuts deeper than hype. It tells markets exactly who you are when the noise gets loud. Every brand faces an inflection point where momentum meets meaning. Some scale faster, others scale smarter. The ones that last stay understood. In a world obsessed with speed, understanding is the new advantage. If you build brands, lead teams, or live at the intersection of creativity and commerce, subscribe to DesignRush. Clarity isn't a buzzword, it's a survival skill. And the next story we cover could be yours.